SCHD is up 13% in 2026. The S&P 500, barely positive, while the growth stock crowd has been sitting flat, watching their portfolios go absolutely nowhere. Dividend investors are up double digits. And today, I'm going to settle the biggest debate in dividend investing once and for all. SCHD versus SPYD versus VYM. I just ran the numbers on all three, using a $100,000 investment projected out to 30 years. And one of these ETFs has a problem that nobody is talking about. A problem that could cost you over $1 million by the time you are done. If you are within 10 years of retirement or already retired, this is the video you need to watch before you make your next move. Let's get into it. Alright, you've got $100,000 and you want dividends. So let's cut straight to the number that matters most. How much cash actually lands in your account? SPYD comes in swinging at a 4.08% yield, putting approximately $4,080 into your pocket every year. That is about $340 a month. SCHD sits at 3.3%, generating roughly $3,300 annually, or about $275 per month. And VYM brings up the rear at 2.26%. Giving you approximately $2,260 a year, which is about $188 monthly. So on pure income alone, SPYD wins by a landslide. It pays you $1,820 more per year than VYM on the exact same $100,000 investment. Now, before I show you the total return numbers that flip this whole thing upside down, drop a comment right now. Based on income alone, which one would you pick? SCHD, SPYD, or VYM? Lock in your answer, because I'm about to show you why the obvious choice might actually be the wrong one. Here is where most financial YouTubers get this comparison completely wrong. They show you the yield, they pick the highest number, and they tell you to buy it. But chasing the highest yield without looking at total return is like choosing a job only because it has free lunch, while ignoring the fact that the other job pays $20,000 more per year. So let me show you what actually happened over the past 12 months with a $100,000 investment in each. VYM, the lowest yielding ETF of the three, delivered a one-year total return of roughly 20.57%. Your $100,000 turned into $120,570. That is a $20,570 profit. SCHD returned about 16.12%, turning your $100,000 into approximately $116,120. And SPYD, the income king, returned about 10.15%. Your $100,000 became $110,150. VYM, the ETF that pays you the least in dividends, actually made you $10,420 more than SPYD over the past year. All that extra dividend income got completely eaten alive by VYM's superior price growth. But here is where 2026 changes everything. Year to date, SCHD is up 13.01%, absolutely crushing both SPYD at 6.68% and VYM at just 4.72%. Did you catch that? VYM, the one-year total return champion, is actually the weakest performer so far in 2026. And SPYD, the ETF most people write off, is actually beating VYM year to date. The winner changes every single year. And the ETF that won last year is losing this year. And right now, all three of them are beating the S&P 500. And it is not even close. SCHD is outperforming the S&P by roughly 12% year to date. SPYD is outperforming by about 6%. Even VYM is ahead by about 4%. So if anyone ever told you dividend investing is boring or outdated, show them these 2026 numbers. The great rotation from growth into value is real. Money is flooding out of overvalued tech stocks and into dividend payers. And this might just be getting started. Now let me take you under the hood, because these three ETFs look similar on the surface, but they are completely different animals underneath. SCHD is an energy and consumer staples play, with 21.2% in energy, nearly 19% in consumer defensive, and 16% in healthcare. SPYD is a real estate heavy play, with a massive 25.58% in real estate, about 18% in consumer defensive, and nearly 12% in utilities, which makes it extremely interesting if rate cuts are coming, because those sectors rally hard when rates drop. VYM is a financials and technology play, with about 21% in financial services and roughly 16% in technology. And here is the kicker. VYM's number one holding is Broadcom at 6.95% of the entire fund. Broadcom just reported blowout earnings, with revenue up 29% and net income up 34%, driven by AI chip demand. That single stock is VYM's secret weapon that neither SCHD nor SPYD can match. Think of it this way. SCHD is like a basketball team with 5 superstars. Its top 10 holdings make up 42.51% of the fund. Names like Lockheed Martin, ConocoPhillips, Verizon, Chevron, Bristol-Myers Squibb, and Merck, all sitting between 4 and 5% each. SPYD is like a soccer team where everyone contributes equally. Its top 10 is only 13.85% of the fund. Its biggest holding, Verizon, is only 1.5%. VYM is like a football team with one franchise quarterback in Broadcom and a deep roster of 572+ stocks behind it. Okay, now here is the part of this video that could genuinely save you a fortune. And it is the one thing that almost nobody in the dividend investing community is talking about. If you only remember one thing from this entire video, make it this. SCHD has a strong dividend growth rate of about 5.35% per year and has been paying dividends for 14 consecutive years. VYM falls in the middle, with moderate growth around 3.5%, and the longest streak of the 3 at 19 consecutive years. But SPYD, and this is the number that should stop every income investor in their tracks. SPYD has a negative 5-year average dividend growth rate of negative 2.89%. That means the actual dollar amount SPYD pays you per share has been shrinking for half a decade. Most people look at that 4% yield and think they are set. They are not. And I am about to prove it with real math. I ran the full 30-year projections using the actual 6-year average annual total returns from Yahoo Finance. SCHD has averaged 10.38% per year. SPYD has averaged 7.34%. VYM has averaged 11.08%. Those are real historical numbers, not projections I pulled out of thin air. So here is what happens to your $100,000. After 10 years, SCHD grows to approximately $268,000. SPYD grows to about $203,000. And VYM grows to roughly $286,000. At 20 years, SCHD hits approximately $721,000. VYM reaches roughly $818,000. But SPYD is only at about $412,000, less than half of VYM. And at 30 years, this is where the math gets absolutely wild. SCHD grows to approximately $1.93 million. VYM grows to approximately $2.34 million. And SPYD, the ETF that started with the highest yield, ends up at only $837,000. VYM ends up with $1.5 million more than SPYD on the exact same $100,000 investment. Same starting amount, same 30 years, $1.5 million difference. But here is where the story gets even more powerful. Let's look at what happens to your actual dividend income over time. In year 1, SPYD pays you the most at $4,080 a year. SCHD pays $3,300. VYM pays $2,260. SPYD is the clear winner on day 1. But fast forward to year 10. SCHD's income has jumped to $7,528 per year because it is growing its dividend by 5.35% annually, on top of a growing portfolio. Meanwhile, SPYD, with its negative dividend growth, has barely moved to 4,483. SCHD has already overtaken SPYD. That crossover happens somewhere around year 7 or 8, and after that, SCHD never looks back. Now here is where it gets absolutely insane. At year 20, SCHD is paying you $17,173 per year. That is $1,431 per month from a single $100,000 investment. SPYD is only paying $4,926. At year 30, SCHD is putting $39,175 per year into your account. That is $3,265 per month.
You know what SPYD is paying you at year 30? $5,413 a year. $451 a month. SCHD is paying you over 7 times more than SPYD at the 30-year mark. 7 times more. SPYD went from $340 a month to $451 a month in 30 years. That is only $111 more per month after 3 entire decades. SCHD went from $275 a month to $3,265 a month. And if we add up every single dividend payment collected over the full 30 years, SCHD puts $453,000 of total cash into your pocket. VYM puts in $177,000. And SPYD gives you just $142,000. SCHD collects over 3 times more total cash than SPYD over 30 years, and it started with a lower yield. This right here is the single most important lesson in dividend investing. The highest yield today is almost never the highest income tomorrow. Alright, so here is the verdict, and I am not going to sit on the fence. If you are a long-term wealth builder who wants dividends that grow bigger every year and wants the strongest 2026 momentum, SCHD is your ETF. If your number one priority is maximum income right now and you want heavy real estate exposure, SPYD is built for you. But go in knowing that your income will likely not grow. And if you want the broadest diversification, some tech and AI exposure, and the lowest fees at 0.04%, VYM is your one-stop shop. But here is what I personally think is the smartest move. If I had $100,000 and I was within 10 years of retirement, I would put 50% into SCHD, 30% into SPYD, and 20% into VYM. SCHD is the core engine for dividend growth, and it is dominating 2026. SPYD is the income booster. That 30% bumps my blended yield above 4% and gives me 25% real estate exposure that neither of the others cover. VYM is my insurance policy, with 572 plus stocks and Broadcom's AI exposure. I am not choosing between growth and income. I am getting both. Tell me in the comments what your allocation would be and why, because I genuinely want to hear your strategy. Let me give you the final cheat sheet. SCHD, $30.82, 3.3% yield, 0.06 expense ratio, 101 holdings, 13.01% year-to-date, $3,300 in year 1 income, and $39,175 in year 30 income, with a portfolio value of $1.93 million. SPYD, $45.81, 4.08% yield, 0.07 expense ratio, 80 holdings, 6.68% year-to-date, $4,080 in year 1 income, but only $5,413 in year 30 income, with a portfolio of $837,000. VYM, $148.54, 2.26% yield, 0.04 expense ratio, 572 plus holdings, 4.72% year-to-date, $2,260 in year 1 income, and $11,753 in year 30 income, with the largest portfolio at $2.34 million. If this video helped you understand the real difference between these 3 ETFs,
Hit that subscribe button, because next week, I'm breaking down exactly what is changing inside SCHD's March 23rd reconstitution. Some stocks are getting removed that a lot of you probably own individually. I will show you what came in, what went out, and whether it makes SCHD an even stronger buy going forward. You do not want to miss that one. Remember, the best dividend ETF is not the one that looks best on a spreadsheet today. It is the one that still pays you more 10 years from now. I will see you in the next one. This video is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. Projections use historical 6-year average returns from 2020 to 2025 and assume dividends reinvested with no additional contributions. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Actual returns will vary. Always consult a financial advisor before making investment decisions.